Is the first time being hungover in front of the new cat? Your animal's just looking at you being like, fuck.
What a piece of shit.
George is used to it. Norm is like, hey, why is she like this every other day? No, and he's cute, and he's a good cuddle bug and a good hangover buddy. Mm-hmm. And I woke up to him licking my armpit.
Nice.
Oh, he's one of those cats.
Yeah,
Freak.
Little freak.
Yeah.
Well, he does. Okay, so
Yeah, rescue? That's rescue behavior.
he's like 4 months old. He's kitten from the streets,
Yep.
and
Knew it.
one of my three of us got cats from the same litter, and two of them have already taken their cats into the vet, and both of now have tested positive for feline AIDS. So I'm just
Wait, what the
ignoring.
fuck is that?
Got cat AIDS.
Yeah.
He's FIV positive.
Well, you just can't have anything anymore. You just can't have shit no more.
I was like, all right, free baby kitten, let's go. And then they're like, hey, he has AIDS. And I'm like, no, there's no papers documenting him. I could just put him back out there, you know?
Yeah, sure. Spread the, just continue the FIV epidemic.
No longer my pig. No longer my farm.
Can you give it to the other cat?
That's what I'm worried about.
Pretty sure that's how it happens.
Yeah.
Right? It spreads
Whoa,
when
fuck.
they fuck.
Well, he's too small to fuck her, but now I do have to take his balls like ASAP.
That's so sad, dude.
I know, and
This is a 4-month-old cat.
I feel bad because like George doesn't even really like other animals. Like they're getting along well enough, and it's like she didn't want a brother, and I'm like, well, now you have a brother and you have AIDS. So I'm mother of the year.
For sure.
At least they're not real children. Could you? This is my test run on parenting.
Not doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 0 for 2. Both my kids have AIDS now.
Yep.
You can always give them back, though, can't you?
To the streets.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I wouldn't do that. I would never abandon a cat. And I mean, cat AIDS don't really affect them. They can like get sick easier and.
Yeah, it makes your immune system weak. That's what AIDS does.
Yeah, they're.
Yeah.
So as long as he just doesn't get anything, he'll live a normal life.
Maybe they make some
Or
good
maybe he'll live 6 months. Who knows? You know, he's got AIDS. So, there's that.
Maybe they make some good music, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
This might make the cat a really good
Fuck,
singer.
I need to give this cat a guitar and a record deal.
Yeah.
You don't have pets?
No pets. Just
You know what I mean?
never home.
Yeah, I mean, same with me.
Yeah. I love a dog.
I had a bulldog. I had a $10,000 English bulldog that I planned on breeding, and then when me and my lady split, she took him. So.
It's the worst. I feel like the girls always get custody of the animals.
Yeah, it's weird. But whatever.
$10,000.
Yeah, so his dad won the Westenhammer thing or whatever.
Okay.
Like, he was the first bulldog to ever win it. That one they do on the Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
On Thanksgiving
Okay,
parade.
where they hold
the
it.
dog show.
Yeah.
So he won it. But, like, you know, like most bulldogs, like English bulldogs, their snouts are all.
Yeah.
And they got a bunch. This motherfucker, if they're bred properly, they're
Yeah.
like, you know, like, I've had bulldogs my whole life, and most of them, 30 minutes in, they get tired, they'll sleep for 8 hours.
Yeah, they got apnea.
He just ain't give a fuck.
No.
He killed an armadillo in the garden one day when I let him out. Before I went to work, I let him out in the garden. He fucked up this armadillo, like shell and all, brings it back in his mouth. And he was like big. He looked like a little mini fridge. And he never would get tired. And I would take him on the river. I put a little life jacket on him. He swam. Like, he just didn't. He was like a pit bull, not a bulldog. But yeah,
Yeah.
good dog.
Did he have the squishy face?
Yeah, I mean, and he had great skin. He wasn't allergic to shit. His bones were good. Like, the vet was like, this is the healthiest bulldog I've ever seen in my life.
Damn.
I was like, I'd hope so. It cost me a lot of money.
Yeah, a fuck ton of
But
money.
then I was gonna breed him, and then she was like, "Well, because he would hump everything. Like, and he would like eat her panties, like he'd eat her panties and shit them out. Yeah, he's a weird guy.
Yeah.
Loved him, but
Yeah.
never seen him again.
I feel bad for the dogs. They can't breathe. And like, I know it's not their fault, but they freak me out and they're disgusting.
Pugs.
Yeah, especially because when they have like that thing with their eyes too, where their eyes pop out.
Dude, I can't do pugs.
Little fucking freaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, pugs are.
They're nasty.
I just want a husky. I mean, I can't do that in Texas.
Yeah,
It's
it's too
fuck,
hot.
It's
for
so
'em.
fucking mean.
And they shed like a motherfucker.
I don't mind. I'll clean up. I'll vacuum.
No, that's too much. It's
It's too much.
too much hair.
Put it down.
Yeah. My dream dog's like a Doberman. Just like a mean,
It's
scary
huge.
dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 2 cats with AIDS and then a dog
And
with
a
a gun.
Doberman to watch over
Well,
them.
now I got a 2-for-1 on AIDS cats. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna speed run this cat ownership with these guys, and
I don't even know if I know anybody who's got a cat with AIDS, and you got 2 of them. That's crazy.
well, right now they haven't been tested. So as far as I'm concerned, they're AIDS free.
Right.
Yeah, ignorance is my best friend.
Sure.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because so I've had 3 cats now.
Oh my God.
They all died of AIDS or what?
No, one died of stomach cancer. The other one I left back in Buffalo with my roommate. And then I've had George, and she's a peach, and she hasn't died yet.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I was having like baby fever, and I was like, I'll just get a kitten, you know?
Sure.
And
So you've
so-
experienced full-blown baby fever. Have you? You've been like, damn, I really want a kid right now? No.
It's weird. It's like a fucked up thing. I've never had it until this year. I think
How old are you?
I'm gonna be 27.
It's about the time.
Yeah. So because I've never had that until like recently, where I'll like see a cute kid at work, and I'll just be like, yeah, I could probably do one of those. You know,
Sure.
should go for one of those right now. And then I was like, no, obviously.
Never had that feeling.
Yeah.
Never looked
I
at one and been
ne-
like, I want a shitty roommate.
I want like an annoying problem for the next 18 years.
18? You think they go away at
I
18?
No, they don't.
They
'Cause
don't
if
go away.
anything, I've gotten worse and more needy the older I get.
Yeah.
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 Because a 5-year-old's not asking for $200 to cover rent.
I was going to say, a 5-year-old is...
They don't even ask. They just expect it.
Now I'm like, hello, it's me, or I'm gonna be homeless.
Yeah.
And
Have we started recording?
Yeah.
kind of.
Oh, shit.
Kinda.
Okay. We just kind of roll into it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cat AIDS for the opening segment. What a treat. Yeah.
Cool, expensive dogs, cat AIDS. We're covering all the hard-hitting topics right now. I think this is episode 16. Yeah. I know what's going on. Sam Castillo's back
Hi.
from the dead.
I'm back.
Good to see you, baby.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was rough. I
He
couldn't
took
speak.
over, and then he died.
What happened?
Dude, this is so fucking lame. But you know, like my allergies like closed my throat up.
Oh, no.
I had to go to like the fucking doctor that like literally closed my throat up.
From this, you're like sign for like pollen and cedar?
The sinuses got infected, and then I couldn't speak. I couldn't even swallow my own spit. So I had to like
That's nuts.
spit
That's got to be terrifying.
That's
into
so
it.
gross.
Dude, it was like I would wake the first night. I would wake up like about every 45 minutes feeling like I was drowning, and
Dude,
I would,
fuck that.
and then I would just like spit in this like cup, and then just try to sleep. I went
How
to
big
the,
was the cup, and how full did you let it get before you dumped it out?
It was a pint glass, and we got probably about 7 ounces in there.
That's scary.
It was crazy, and I don't want to keep going, but like, yeah, your tongue gets like so dry, and then like the spit on your lip starts to burn because like it had all the acid in it, and you're like, fuck, the mouth is crazy, you know?
I had that.
Sorry, this is so fucking weird.
Well,
but then
I thought
I
it
was
was-
able to talk for days, and then I was finally, and then like the right half of my face, like if I turned, like this area between the jawbone and the throat was like out, like this,
What?
and then it went back down. But yeah, it was
I'd have
fuck-
rather had cat AIDS.
I had to call
What
out.
the fuck? I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, man. So
I
like,
did something like that. I was doing a bunch of cocaine one time,
Sure.
and I
Just
had
once?
Well, no, but a lot that night. And I had a girlfriend at the time living in my house. But sometimes you get on cocaine, you just want to jerk off. You just want to be by yourself. So
Sure.
I'm jerking off in my driveway in my truck, and my nose starts to bleed, but profusely bleeding, like to the point where like I have to hold my head back, but then all the fucking blood gets in my throat, and I'm spitting out like a fuck ton of blood to the
Sure.
point where I'm like, I need to go to the emergency room.
Yeah.
Like this is bad.
Yeah.
And then they had to put this little balloon in there because like and stop the blood clot from I got ruptured something in there.
Yeah.
And I'm talking pouring out of my face, and I do that. Couldn't lay on my back because it would like collect in my throat.
Yeah, bad
That
drip.
shit sucks. Feel like you're drowning. Oh my
Yeah.
god. So I quit jerking off on cocaine.
I
thought that was gonna end with you being like, I was just using the blood as lube.
Oh no,
Oh, dude.
no, I don't do blood.
he's not Army Hammer, dude.
I didn't know where that story was going.
No,
at
Guy
first.
Ritchie. Which one is the one who was a cannibal? Was it Army Hammer?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Army Hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the fucking actor who claims to be a cannibal, who's like into blood, who would like cut girls' arms and like drink it and shit, during sex.
Well, I don't know if I dated a witch and we did shit like that. I don't think it makes you a cannibal. Right? You got to eat them to be cannibal, ain't it? But I think just the blood's like
It
a
was
blood
like-
ritual.
But drinking blood,
yeah,
is
it's
not
a blood
cannibal?
ritual. It's like a witch.
Oh, okay.
Was she drinking your blood, or were you drinking?
Yeah, we made like a blood oath.
Really? And then she.
Yeah, like you ever seen the Doors
got AIDS,
movie?
man.
The Doors movie with
You
Val
got
Kilmer,
AIDS.
Oliver Stone's movie? Yeah, like where they drink the blood. Yeah. was like that.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Fucking
no.
Here I am, just like fucking doggy.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing about you?
Yeah. No. I'm a freak.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was kind of stuffy yesterday from allergies, and I couldn't sleep because I couldn't breathe out of like either anything.
Yeah.
And I did manage to fall asleep at one point, and I woke up and my lips felt like cement. Like it was so bad. And then I survived, but it was pretty sad. 12 hours of being hungover and sick.
Dude, these are all the same. He's gonna die. He's like about to choke on his own blood, and you're like,
and your lips are heavy.
you're like, my
That's
lips were
awesome.
chapped.
My lips were so chapped. Well, because when I fell asleep with my mouth open, so like my entire mouth was dried out. It was nasty.
What do you think? The jerking off just exacerbated the blood, or what do you think it was?
You got the blood pumping.
Or was it just too much powder?
I don't know if it was like pressure, you know, like because you already got
'Cause
so
you're doing
much
it-
shit, and then like you
Yeah.
know, and then it just kind of burst. And when
Yeah.
it burst,
Yeah.
it wasn't like it was gonna scab over. It was
No.
it was coming out.
You ever seen someone like vomit so hard they like burst blood vessels
Oh
in
yeah,
their
their
face?
eyes. Yeah.
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 On their eyes and face and shit. Just like it looks like speckles.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's I don't know why it just made me think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a professional puker. That never happens.
Yeah. You hold your own hair back up.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's why I have the 2 cats. They do it for me. They're my service animals. Well, George is a registered emotional support animal,
Oh
so
my
I don't have to
God,
pay pet
alright.
rent for her.
That's crazy.
But she has anxiety, so she's not really.
It's a cat. They're all anxious. They're always like on edge.
No, Norm is a sweet baby angel.
Uh-huh.
He's a little freak, but he's a sweet baby angel with AIDS.
No, I was gonna say he's just low energy because he's low white blood cells.
Yeah, he's dying.
he's not
not-
docile. He's like
He's-
help.
yeah.
Help.
He's not dying. He's just been born. He's doing well.
Yeah. Kitten shoes never worn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to leash train him. I wanted to be one of those guys.
God damn,
I
I
thought I
hate
was
that
like-
so much.
Wait, a cat on a leash?
Cat on leash.
Yeah.
I hate that. It's big in my neighborhood.
I was gonna leash train him. I was gonna get one of those bubble backpacks. Everyone brings their dogs around. I want to bring my cat around.
I'm so post dogs in bars and restaurants. Fucking leave them home.
It's like, dude, we get it. You can't pick up any pussy, so bring your dog so they can pet him.
You have no personality. We get it.
We get it, but my buddy brought a kangaroo to the bar the other day, and I said, that's a next level shit. You can't get that at Petco. You gotta have a permit. And I think he works for the cartel. I'm not very sure.
That
but
was here?
Yeah, it's a baby. Got in a little diaper.
Get the fuck out
Now
of
he's
here.
gonna have it when the election day comes around right here on November 5th. We'll be at WTF doing like for the Drinking Bros election live thing, and he's bringing his kangaroo. When they grow up, they're assholes.
Oh,
so I'm
yeah.
like, what are you gonna do? It's already trying to fight his dog and shit. Well, yeah, I'm dead ass. Like,
no,
I'm
that's
just
the
like,
famous video of this kangaroo in like Australia, like
Yeah.
hopped to a dude's backyard,
Yeah.
took the dog,
Took the dog.
and then just flexed on it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're assholes. But whatever,
It's
dude.
freaky how muscular they are.
They puff.
Yeah.
They're big.
They don't even lift. They just jump, but they're still stout as a motherfucker.
They're in the yard, dude.
Put the dog in a pouch and run away.
They're kind of hot.
They're so vascular. I don't know. Is he single?
Yeah, they think about it.
Does he like cats?
yeah.
I mean, if he kills my cats, that's fine. They're gonna die anyway. This is my kangaroo boyfriend. Do you remember that movie Kangaroo Jack, where they like he was dressed up like a human being?
Yeah, they put him in a hoodie and a chain and shit.
Yeah. I'm just having. I'm thinking out loud about maybe my type.
Sure. It's just
Kangaroos?
Is
Hell yeah.
It's either small gay guys with mustaches or just like big beefy kangaroos.
guys with AIDS, cats with AIDS, and then kangaroos.
Kangaroos. With human growth hormone. You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
get some HGH up on there, dude.
Fucking A.
Dehydrate him. He's got a fight coming.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch midget wrestling after this. Have you guys ever been?
No.
I have.
Yeah, you've been?
Yeah.
Is it fun?
Yeah, it's a good time.
It feels bad. It feels like child abuse.
Well, yeah, maybe. But I mean, they're pretty athletic they're nimble.
Yeah.
They move quick.
Yeah.
They have great centers of gravity.
Well,
I
yeah,
imagine.
they got a stern base. They're like a
That's-
center block.
But I can't imagine they're nimble.
Oh, they're nimble. Some of them are athletic as shit.
Shit. They got ups.
I mean,
I
you
just think they're
know.
clumsy.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like bowling pins?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. I wasn't gonna say the bowling pins, but
You know.
I just feel like the inflatable tube guy. Like if it was small and ran around, like I imagine that's how they run around. Like
You are baby crazy. You're trying to take a
Now you
baby
want a little
child
person.
home.
Yeah.
No. Also, no, that went away. I had like a moment of clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Especially having a kitten, like, it's not an actual baby, which is nice.
Yeah.
But then they're so annoying because all they want to do is bite your toes off, claw your ankles, climb up your pants. Like, he just does not respect my
Boundaries?
Yeah.
Just
It's-
wait till you have to like breastfeed them. That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
I don't like, because my one cat doesn't really do anything wrong, and then this cat, he'll walk on a hot pan if you turn your back for 2 seconds.
Wait till they're going through your medicine cabinet.
Yeah. Stealing your Percocet.
Yeah.
I've never done that, so my kids will never do that.
Well, that's to be continued on that. You know, everybody. He's
I'm
got
not-
AIDS. I'm sure he'd be like, I'll take a Percocet.
I'm more worried about like the needle drugs, you know? I'm worried my cat's gonna start shooting up.
Which your parents famously met at a gathering of the Juggalos.
No.
No, is that what you told me?
No, that was probably a lie.
Oh.
I think they met at
Oh,
like,
you just were drunk, and I just like the first time I met you. You're just like, yeah, my parents met at a gathering of the Juggalos.
no, they met at like a friend's Halloween party or something.
As juggalos?
Were they Juggalos?
My dad was.
That's dumb.
My mom worked at a gas station. Can I make it any more obvious?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
My dad's wearing his best pair of jorts.
Hell yeah.
My mom, a cashier.
Damn, dude, that's a Sunoco love story right there.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful. And then she went on to work at a Blockbuster. What did your parents do? How did you become Uncle Lazer?
Oh, they divorced.
That's what happened?
Yeah. My mom worked at Frito-Lay, where people make chips. Yeah. And they met at my uncle's party, and that night my mom got DWI, and then she had to go to rehab, and then my dad courted her in rehab. And then she found out she was pregnant with me in rehab. So I kind of saved my mom's life. She told me the other day when my daddy got married for like the 3rd time, I went back over there after the wedding, I was bullshitting with her. And I was like, how did you and dad actually, man? I remember them telling me about it, but she's like, no, I was like strung out on drugs. And then I got a DWI, and I could either go to prison or rehab, because like her 3rd one. And then she went and she got all tested for everything, like all the drugs she was on. And they found out she was pregnant with me. My dad and mom had only like, I think they'd hooked up like twice up until that point. But my mom had like a abortion in the 80s and it fucked her shit up. So they're like, you like 1 in 100,000 chance to get pregnant. So no need for condoms, you know. And then here I am.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
You were the sharpest sperm.
I guess, and it's crazy because my mom and dad are completely different. My mom like fucked all Metallica, so my mom parties. But my dad, I can count on one hand how many times I've seen him drunk. He don't really drink.
Is he
Straight
like an
laced.
accountant?
No, he's a machinist. He like welds and machines shit, but they're just different, which is crazy. But they stayed together for like 9 years, and now my brother too. So
Damn. I was hoping you were going to say, now he works at Pepsi Cola.
yeah, yeah,
Frito-Lay wife, Pepsi Cola father.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
The vending
Born
machine
into it.
dynasty.
Yeah, dude.
Not a goddamn dentist.
No, nothing.
Cavities.
Yeah, yeah. I was fat when I was little because we just eat that shit out of them chips.
You got free chips?
We got free chips, and then like when the Star Wars shit would come out, you
Yeah.
know, remember
Oh,
when you
yeah.
could pull the tabs?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we would get fucking boxes of them trying to win them $1 million. Yeah. Won like 17 Lego sets. That was tight.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Chip mom.
Chip
Mom. Welder dad.
Yeah. Can I make it any more? You know, whatever it is. So, whatever. Hell yeah.
And then when did you become Uncle Lazer? When you were 9?
I gave my name I nicknamed myself because I was a douchebag, and I was like taking sociology at the time in my high school class, and there's like, you need a name that is unforgettable. I'm like, Lazer, right? And that was stupid, you know. And then it just kind of stuck. And then when I got to be like 30, when you tell your people your name's Lazer, they don't really think like, who's this American Gladiator douchebag, right? And then. All the ladies' houses who I would stay with, they have kids, and they were still married, and so they would be like, "Yo, this is Uncle Lazer," you know, and I'm like, "Oh, that's it, right there." So, yeah, shitty. Yeah,
Wait,
wish
I
Okay.
do
was
like
to
the
it.
uncle part. That's actually.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, you were hooking up with girls and they would introduce you to their kids?
kids
as
is
their
Uncle Lazer. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is your Uncle Lazer.
You're going to go, fuck my brother now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, and so
We're going to go check each other for ticks.
Yeah, we're sponge bath each other. I don't fuck, like
Have you ever dated anyone normal?
define normal.
Yeah, what's not normal about having a kid? Mothers are normal.
Calling the guy you're hooking up with uncle?
Yes, I wouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
They're still married.
Yeah, but then the kid's gonna yap and be like, "Oh yeah, Uncle Lazer came over."
Yeah, Uncle Lazer, just a friend.
Husbands are stupid.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
I can't wait to have 12 at the same time. That's the end of that one.
All right.
I did have some questions for you.
And then you drilled all my closest friends about all this?
Yeah. And then I got a lot of no comments,
Oh, good.
which was upsetting.
Good.
Can we name the no comments then? If they're willing to not comment, can we name the no comments?
Yes, please.
I feel
No.
like that's only fair. If you're not going to say something, we get to say who you are who said nothing.
You're gonna be a coward.
Yes.
It was just crazy.
There
'cause
are no
they-
anonymous cowards.
Yeah, no, 100%. No.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, come on.
I have a very. Oh. I have a very strict anonymous policy. I mean, if you can guess the person, you can guess it, but I won't confirm.
Okay,
it.
so it's not it's not Kyle, it's Uncle Kyle Downey.
No, he never
No,
responded.
he never responded.
What about
Yeah.
Jessica?
She said you poop a lot.
Yeah, I got Crohn's.
Oh. I'm sorry.
What happens?
So you just.
That's what happens when you eat cocaine with your
Oh.
mom for the first 2 years of your life.
It's just a
It's
good.
so, it's so you could breathe in the morning. She'd always make me. She's like, I don't snort it so I can breathe, and it's a great tip because then you can breathe in the morning. Your lips aren't chapped or whatever that is.
It's
that
the
you have.
Colombian antihistamine.
But I did that for like first 2 years of doing cocaine when I was young, and now I legitimately like shit 16 times a day. I'm
What
pretty
age
sure.
did you start doing cocaine?
14.
Jesus Christ.
I was failing home ec, and my mom was like, "We're gonna settle this," and she went and got an 8-ball, and we stayed up all night, geeter to the gills, and she taught me how to sew on a sewing machine, and we played backgammon under candlelight until like fucking 4 in the morning.
It's crazy.
I love this.
Yeah.
That's probably. I've never. I mean,
Was
a lot of
it-
people are like, "Oh, I finally smoked weed with my mom." No, you're like, I did blow with my mom.
Oh yeah, we're getting torched.
Well, it's great because like the classic kid story of like you get caught smoking a cigarette and then they're like smoke the entire pack and your mom's like, "Do you want to split a gram?"
Imagine if she's like, "I'm gonna make you snort a whole. Well, not a whole. We're gonna split this
Yeah,
ball."
we're gonna split this ball, chopping up on a little plate. And
Oh my god, is your nose still intact? What's going on in there?
Can you still sew?
oh yeah, I can. Yeah, anytime
sew-
I like rip my jeans or a shirt, I can put it under there with sewing needle and fucking thread it.
I
back
honestly
up.
love that. That's
Yeah,
so
it's
great.
What's the crazy activity you've done on cocaine?
The craziest? Shit. Well, I mean, you ever boofed cocaine?
No.
You know what boofing is?
Yeah.
That.
You
Well,
boofed cocaine and then did what?
I watched a boy get hit by a bus. Yeah. It just happened right in front of us.
God damn, 9th grade was crazy.
Yeah, it was summer going into 10th. Yeah, it was a strange time.
Where did you grow up?
A little small village about an hour south of Houston.
A little small village.
Beasley, Texas. You never heard of it.
No. I just went to Houston for the first time and I don't.
It's
I
a
don't
shithole,
wanna go back.
too.
I don't want to go back.
Houston's a shithole.
Okay, cocaine with your mom. Is that the first drug? Like that's the earliest you did a drug?
Nah, I smoked weed when I was like in 5th grade and shit like that. So,
Now walk me through the boofing, because
well, you just lay down.
yeah, I was gonna-
And you pull your pants off, and usually have a partner because you can't reach your own ass.
Yeah.
And then, they kind of, and you just blow dart that shit up there, and it bypasses your liver
For sure.
which that's what gets the impurities and all the shit out. So it like hits your bloodstream like
immediately.
that.
Yes.
And yeah, you stay geetered. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but it's worth trying once. I don't think that should be the means of how you ingest shit.
No.
Going forth. But it's cool, when you're out there with. I mean, if it were like, it was in Scottsdale, and there's a bunch of like pretty ass models and shit that we were doing it with. I said, "Win in Rome," and so. And I watched that boy get hit by that bus. I'm like, we probably should not. We should probably go to bed.
You didn't even call the cops. You're like, "Just-
I didn't know the feller, but he wanted to get out in the middle of that street real quick and gotta look both ways.
This is a full school bus
I wouldn't say full.
or short bus.
what time of the day was it?
I was like middle afternoon.
You know this kid?
You were boofing cocaine in the middle of the day.
Well, no, we moved it at night, but we stayed up.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a stimulant.
I thought it was gonna be like you boofed it and then you walked outside and saw some kid get hit by a bus.
No, we'd been up a couple hours. I mean, he was with our group. He was in the group, but I didn't know him personally.
Yeah.
So
And you guys are just playing Risk or what were you? What board
Frogger.
game?
Frogger. No, I don't know. He just walked down the middle of the street like a dumbass and then pow, got nailed, clipped. He didn't die. He's in a wheelchair now. You know, whatever. Nice guy. He had insurance, so fuck it.
Yeah,
Do you have any of those stories from school? Like any like kid that got maimed by something?
Oh yeah. I mean, there was this like kid in my high school. I mean, I feel like this is such a common Texas high school story. Someone gets drunk while while no one's parents are around, and then they flip an ATV and break all their bones.
Yeah.
That's-
I have that. I have a couple of those too.
That's the classic maiming. Is
Yeah.
Just, this kid fucked himself. He rolled down a hill, and then it permanently like broke. He went deaf from it. Like it just destroyed his
Shattered him.
eardrums, shattered him, and just is permanently deaf.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember I was probably 16 or 17, and we would fish on the river. So you'd set lines on like 40 or 50 throw lines on the river, and you run them every 5 hours in a boat. Well, the place we had on the river was my buddy's property. Well, his dad had his buddy down there, and this dad's buddy brought this woman, like flew her in from California. She's like married and like brought her kid and is like going through a divorce with her husband, and they're all drunk on these ATVs, and he flips the ATV and kills her.
Oh my
He
God,
survives,
dude.
kills her, and now that the girl's like an orphan and shit. And I'm like, yeah. So I don't like when I'm drinking. I don't like getting on them ATVs or guns.
No.
Hanging around people that
No.
drinking and guns. Not,
Dude.
Not. I don't like that.
No.
People are idiots.
Yeah.
So
That being
Right.
said, I still love an ATV.
do love a good
They're
ATV.
so much
Yeah.
fucking fun.
I don't think I've
dude.
ever been on an ATV.
I've never had a snowmobile, driven a Sea-Doo, awesome.
Yeah,
You know,
snowmobiles are
ATV,
tight.
awesome.
Side by sides.
I get scared on bird scooters.
Those are dangerous.
Yeah.
Those freak me out.
Those are fucking dangerous.
You're on one axle.
I was
Yeah.
supposed to do a show Thursday night, and Dean Stanfield was on the same show, and he pulled up on a bird scooter. And I was like, got canceled. And he's like, hop on. And I'm scared of bird scooters, but it was Dean with his little baby blue eyes. So I got on the back of it, and halfway to going to Creek, I was like, can you pull over?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that I can't see. I'm not holding. I
No.
trust him with my life, but not on a bird scooter.
No, fuck. I had a buddy I worked with, his wife, there on a bachelorette party. He was here in Austin, and she took a curve too sharp and fell off and knocked out all of her fucking teeth. They had to reschedule the wedding because she didn't have fucking teeth. Idiot.
Just Photoshop them in.
Yeah.
That's my biggest fear is knocking out a tooth.
I just remember like the first time like when bird scooters like came out, maybe like 2018, 2017. I was at a bar, drunk. My buddy's girlfriend comes up and she's just got like this huge fucking
Oh,
like,
yeah.
gash in her forehead. And I was like, "What happened?" She's like, "It was a bird." And I'm like, "What?
You got hit by a bird?
A bird
Yeah, it's
attacked." I
hilarious.
like was straight up. I was like, "A fucking bird attacked your face?
Oh, man.
Like a macaw got you? What happened?"
Well, I saw a video like a few weeks ago that because you're not supposed to ride them on the sidewalk, but some lady was and like murdered this lady's husband in front of her because she was going like 20 miles per hour on the sidewalk and just bodied this man and he fell and hit his head and died.
God damn it.
God damn, dude.
And knowing my luck, I would be the one to accidentally kill someone on a bird scooter. And it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
so embarrassing.
That is so embarrassing. You're just trying to get to a spot.
Yeah. Just clip somebody with a bird.
No, I'm just trying to get Black Rabbit.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
just wanted to do 10 minutes.
I wonder if it's vehicle manslaughter if you kill somebody with a bird.
Maybe it depends on how fast you're
Right.
going.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Before we get into the stories I have about you, do you want to start off? What do you think your best qualities are? Aside from boofing.
Is credit a quality?
Credit score? What's your credit score?
Like 780?
That's great.
God damn.
Yeah.
What's your credit score?
It's like right there. I think I haven't checked in months,
Yeah.
but it's like above 750.
Oh, yeah.
I keep getting emails telling me my credit score is being updated.
Uh-huh.
Live look right now at my credit score because I know it's horrendous.
Is it bad?
Over under, what do you think? Over under 500?
Damn, you gotta have pretty shitty credit to be under 500. I'll say it's over like 520.
I'm gonna say 6 even.
6 even. It's making me verify my account.
Dude, yeah, my
Taylor,
buddy.
do you have a guess? What do you think my credit score is?
It's always higher than when I check mine. It's always higher than I think. So I think yours is gonna be like 620.
What is it? Yeah, I was close. Pretty damn close.
Yeah, I was not close.
Figured.
Wait. It's gone down. It was 580 last time I checked. So that's good. I tanked it before. I'll tank it again. I mean, I have. But
Watch her, everybody.
I don't need credit.
No, just pay for cash. Pay
No.
for cash.
Yeah.
What's credit even for? I'm never gonna buy a house.
First of all,
Well-
you get the kangaroo.
Yeah.
Then
Credit goes up.
and credit goes up.
Yeah, hops up.
Does he have the kangaroo on a leash?
Nah, just free roaming his house. Just took over one side of it. Yeah.
Is he gonna start paying rent?
At what point do they learn how to just like? Is he gonna house train it?
It's in a diaper.
That's what you said.
So like, I don't know if you can you house train a kangaroo?
I love to think you could.
Like it kicks it probably could open the damn door, so I bet it could go outside itself.
If you walk upright, I'd like to think you could learn to be fucking. Because dogs don't walk upright, and we train
Nah.
them.
Yeah, you can't get them to do that.
Yeah.
So I feel like with certain like kangaroos, I think it's just because they're on two legs. Where I'm like, I could picture a kangaroo reading a newspaper and having like a cup of coffee in the morning.
For sure.
So I feel like they should be able to like help with chores.
Wash
cleaning.
clothes and shit.
Yeah.
How many people in your life ever owned a monkey? I feel like you at least know one person.
Honestly, I don't.
Really?
Really don't.
Sam?
No, someone that owns a monkey.
Yeah. Knew anyone
You
in your
just
life?
saw my credit score.
So I'm assuming two.
Yeah.
Because I grew up with people whose parents owned monkeys. That shit was fucked.
No monkeys. On the way to Houston, I saw a zebra. That was kind of surreal.
I love that.
It was one of those things where I'm like, is it fucking...
Just some ranch. Just that's what they do. Dude, they straight up just grow zebras out here, and they're like, yeah, we'll kill it and
An
sell it to
exotic
you.
ranch. It was in East Bernard, wasn't it? Or Eagle Lake. There's a place out there when you drive all the way to Houston. They got zebras
I
out
want
there.
to say it was like 30 minutes outside of Houston.
Yep, that was
Yeah.
probably fucking Eagle Lake. Yep.
I'm surprised by, well, I guess I haven't done too much driving in Texas, but I always imagine like when I get into those like in between spaces,
Yeah.
that's like just a million exotics are out there with tigers or something.
Dude, I'm doing that tonight. I'm doing a show at East Austin at 7, and then I'm driving straight to Houston right after. I got to be in New Orleans tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, shit.
So I'm just going to crash my cousins in Houston and fucking, we drive it at night on 10 and just see all those lions' eyes glowing in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited.
Do you think you would survive a lion attack?
Hell no. I lived in Botswana for a couple months when I was in college, which is like near South. It's like next to Mozambique.
Okay.
And we were on the
Is that in
Mozambique.
Europe?
Yeah.
Can
We're
you
on
point
the-
on the map where it is?
we were on the border of Mozambique, and we were in the Kalahari Desert, and we were on. It was like I was thinking I wanted to be an environmentalist, so I got in this program where like I wrote a bunch of essays, and they're like, "We'll send you to Africa for free, just studying the environment." I was like, "Sure."
Hell yeah.
And then afterwards, I was like, some friends and I went on a safari, and so we set up our tents next to the only tree with shade, and then we wake up the next day, and there's just blood all over the rain guard of my tent. And there's just like half of an eaten thing, and this branch is on the tree, and just claw marks all along. And I'm telling you, like, if my tent is here, the tree is here, and just
So
they're
the
like
cheetah.
a leopard, dude.
A leopard or
leopards are,
cheetah?
yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cheetahs
yeah.
they do that shit during the day.
Yeah,
the leopards
hunt
are
at night.
That's right,
Yeah.
dude. And oh man, it was so the claw marks were so big. I was like, I saw the size of them. Like, there's no way any big cat would fuck you up immediately.
Is that like your closest near-death experience?
No, no.
What is?
I mean, just
Boofing.
yeah, just probably the heart rate get a little too slow on the syrup.
Oh, you do lean?
Not in years, but yeah.
Oh,
Back in the day, where one of those you're like fuck, and you're like finding stimulants to get it
You
back
gotta
up.
Get back up.
Yeah,
The old
Popeye's getting some
speedball.
Yeah, Popeye's getting some spinach, making some prayers. God,
I feel like you have a lot of near-death
I said
experience
out loud
stories.
to my friend, I was like, my heart rate's slow, and he's like, yeah, and I was like, this is how they got Gucci.
Yeah, no, it's exactly it. It's exactly it.
That's a bunch of them, and then just any other near-death experiences. Just so many close. Just driving. There's so many motherfuckers where you're like, I'm gonna die, and then you survive the car.
I had the most memorable one was driving, and me and my ex were like almost there, but we
Yeah.
were driving at night to get to the campground, and it wasn't like a normal intersection. It was kind of like angled, and so I had to like look all the way around to see if a car was coming.
Yeah.
And we both looked. There was no car coming either direction. It's middle of the night in the middle of nowhere. We go to turn left. A car, like headlights, like you could almost like feel it, like
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
and we like somehow made the turn and the car was gone, and we're like, did that just fucking, because the fact that we both didn't see it and then it almost T-boned us going like 60 something miles an hour, and then we kind of just sat there in the car not moving, like, did we just fucking die? Like are we supposed to be here still?
That's one where you breathe on the mirror to make sure your breath is still there.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, I was on a plane where all 3 engines failed and we had to make an emergency landing. I
What the
was.
fuck?
Yeah, I was 14
That's-
years old. Yeah.
That's scary. Fuck that.
Flying from LA to Dallas, and then you never want to hear this, but halfway through the flight, the pilot goes, "All right, this is your captain. All right, so," he said, "All right, so this is your captain. All right, so," pause. I'm like, fuck, he said all right twice. Like, what's up? And he goes, "I guess let's start with the anatomy of a plane."
You're like, do we have time for this?
No.
He's like, "There are 3 engines on this Boeing 737. When we took off, 2 of them were working. We thought we'd be just fine. However, one of them has failed, and the other one is failing right now. We're going to make an emergency landing in Abilene in the airport there. Our brakes work just fine. Our landing equipment works just fine. However, we do not have engines to get us to Dallas." And we landed with, we glided in.
That's crazy.
And
Fuck
we
that.
land. Yeah, it was crazy. We landed at like 3 a.m. and Abilene's such a small airport. There was, they build that like little tunnel on the stairs, and
Yeah.
so you can walk into the airport. There was no one in the airport to turn the lights on and bring that thing, so we just had to sit in this plane with like no electricity. The lights went off eventually, and we're like,
Fuck that.
they just had to call the city of Abilene so someone could come out there and get us.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's like one of my top 10 fears.
I prayed to God. I was
How many
like,
people were on the flight? What was the vibe? What was the vibe of the airplane after that?
sheer panic. I was praying to God. I was like, please don't let me die a virgin.
Oh,
I was 14. I was like, dude, do I just pop one off now in the bathroom?
Were people like screaming or like?
A couple, but like everyone was really, really trying to die politely.
I feel like if you're gliding down into it,
Yeah.
it's better than just a fucking
Oh, it wasn't like
nosedive.
there was no
Yeah.
red line like dee dee dee
Yeah,
dee
yeah,
dee
you're
dee
not
dee
like
dee dee.
feeling it.
Yeah,
You're just like taking off and like coming back down, but still.
but yeah,
At least you made it to an airport.
yeah, people were crying, but not a
Imagine
lot.
landing in a field or like a body of water.
Yeah, dude, you think about that.
Yeah, landing in the ocean probably sucks dick.
Sucks dick.
It's like we didn't die in the crash, but now I have to drown
Now I have to
slowly.
float. Yeah.
Fuck that.
I remember like one of the first times I ever went on a flight, I went to go to Nebraska to see some family, and they did the whole thing where they're like, if the inflatable boats, like if we were laying on water. And I remember like asking my dad, I was like, "There's no fucking oceans. Why are we doing this?" And he's like, "Yeah, we'll be dead. Don't worry." I'm like, "Oh, you're right."
Oh, yeah, thanks, Dad.
I was having that thought the last time I was flying because I was like, if we can't all have our own parachutes, can we at least get like a gun? Like if the plane's going down, I'd rather just shoot myself than
Yeah.
have to experience it.
They're like, no, you'll be fine.
You'll be
You're
fine.
like, no, please just get.
She shoots herself, then they land in Abilene. They're fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
My cats are dying. I don't
Yeah.
want to.
My cats have AIDS. I have nothing to live for. Do you want to be the godfather to my cats if I die? Do you want my
I'm so
AIDS cats?
allergic, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I'm just not. I'm not gonna be the person for you. Just give it to Kyle Post. That's what everybody's doing now with the cats with AIDS. They're just giving him cats with
yeah,
AIDS.
he's the other one.
Yeah.
He has one of Norm's brothers,
Yeah, man.
and then our other friend.
What about you? You nearly die ever?
Yeah, several times. Not drug related though. Driving one time. I had a big jacked up fucking Ford Lariat and the tires were fucking bald as shit. And I was driving back from Oklahoma City to Houston and I was speeding because there was a party I wanted to make it to. And it was little mist rain. And literally all them highways, they're up on like fucking big ass. How I was in a flat spot. I remember I was in the middle lane and the back end fucking tail fished out. And I fucking went across every lane of traffic without hitting a car.
Oh my.
And then straighten it out in time to hit the front of my like the front of my truck into all those fucking trash cans of water
Yeah.
before you hit a goddamn
Yeah.
little concrete beam. Stopped me right before the last one, and I was just like,
Damn.
how did I not die? I
Damn.
literally went out, spun around completely, so then traffic's like oncoming. I'm looking at everybody, completely fucking 360 back in, pow, 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 hit that water. Don't know how to this day, don't know how I died.
Dude, that's like Matrix.
It's fucking stupid.
Frogger champion.
Fucking stupid. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. Really.
I had
You're like, I don't have insurance. I gotta land this.
Yeah, I mean,
That kid had insurance.
yeah,
I don't.
I don't. So,
middle of winter one year when I was living in Buffalo, my brakes went.
Dude, yeah, you guys, people die all the time driving in Buffalo, just regularly. That's crazy.
But my brakes went, and coming off the one exit going to work, they had just installed a traffic light. So one, I'm like, praying, one, that it's green for me, and two, that if it's not, that there's no cars coming. And it was green, but then I had to make a turn with no brakes. And that was a nightmare, but I made it. And then I went to work, and I was like, hey, could someone give me a ride home? Because I don't have functioning brakes, and I don't know what to do about that. But that was my fault.
This is a stupid question, but then how'd you fucking stop once you got to work?
I just slow down. The Buffalo Helium's on a cobblestone road.
You just slowly took your foot off the gas and just deaccelerated.
yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, the speed limit was only like 30. Plus, you don't want to drive on cobblestone going that fast. I would do it, but
But that was just to feel something.
Yeah.
I like the way it feels like I'm just like driving off a cliff. That's probably the worst one. I don't think I've ever. I mean, I definitely, like, during the height of my panic disorder, did think I was dying every other day. So I think now if I ever have something that would genuinely kill me, I'd be like, I don't know, maybe I'm just being crazy this time.
Yeah, you know.
I just take my anxiety meds and I'm dying.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some of these stories.
I swear to God, yeah, the only people who drink these frappuccinos are women with panic disorders.
I'm better now though.
Good.
Because of the coffee?
Because of the coffee? No, I couldn't do caffeine for a few years.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
And now we're back. Now I can enjoy my overpriced little gross gas station Starbucks.
Love that.
Okay. There was a time in LA that you were trying to bring porn stars to the Airbnb, and the girl made up a story that her dad was dying and they all had to go home.
Cam wrote that, didn't he? Yeah, awesome. Cam was performing at the Improv, and I happened to be in town, and I came and I performed with him, and he introduced me to these two porn star ladies, and he's like, we're going to go back to Airbnb with them. I'm like, all right, I'm a good wingman. So they all drove. It was like 4 of them, and he got into the car with his buddy, and I was like, well, you should probably go to the liquor store and get liquor, and you should probably get condoms, So he goes and does that, and I'm driving with them, and we're having a good time. Everything's fly. Like, they drove 2 hours to go see him, and they were going to stay at the Airbnb, and everything was fine. Then when we got to Airbnb, we parked, and the girl I was kind of like flirting with in the front, she went completely radio silence, and I seen on her text message she had a fucking passage. And I go, that can't be good. And she's like, guys, I really don't want to go anymore. My dad just threatened to kill himself. And they're kind of like, and then I'm kind of like, well, are y'all's dads going to kill himself? Y'all want to come inside? and they're like, we got to be good friends. So I'm like, and so they let me out and they drive off, and I have to walk up to Cam and all his partners and be like, hey, guess what? You'll never guess what happened. And I'm like, there's no way in fucking hell they're going to believe me. And to this day, they still don't believe me. But I'm like, yes, her dad sent that, and she just happened to be with girlfriends who wanted to be good friends, and so they left. And I'm like, yeah.
Do you think that was true, or like?
Yeah, because I talked to her later. We're still all friends after the fact, but I think her dad does that a lot. Goes out on these sprees of his daughter does porn, so whatever.
That's not a happy dad.
Yeah, well, it's not a happy dad.
Stop showing your pussy, or I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah. And Tony Casillas was with him, and he's like, I don't think it was the fact that he was coming to see Cam and all his black friends. I think it's because Uncle Lazer was riding in the car with him, and I go, yeah, okay.
She's just texting her dad who she's with.
Yeah,
He's like,
he looks
I can't
me up, and he's
fucking
like,
do this
I'm
anymore.
killing myself. So, yeah. That was that.
All right. Oh, and then one time you called this other person saying, "Mom, can you pick us up? We took too many mushrooms and we are backstage with Jelly Roll, but we can't be here and we are scared."
Once again, Cam, we got trapped in an elevator, a
On
freight
mushrooms?
elevator. So we got done shooting this shit for Cam's like upcoming tour, this little skit, and we're driving back and it's hailing on us, and he's like, "Yo, Jelly Roll's performing at ACL Live, so we should go up there." What the concert had already ended, but everybody was kicking it,
Yeah.
and he gave me these mushroom chocolates
Yeah.
that he didn't know where he got them from, and he told me he took 2 of them, so I took 2 of them. He only took half of one.
Oh, he fucked
And then
you.
and then I got pissed off. Like, no, you better fucking take another. So he takes another one. Well, these mushrooms were very, like when you take mushrooms and you get that first little bit of anxiety before you actually start tripping and bust through, and then you're not worried about shit and you feel good.
Yeah.
It was like that, but nonstop. You never got you never got to break through. It was
No.
just this anxiety-ridden feeling. And then we got trapped in this freight elevator for like 15 fucking minutes. And I got trapped in an elevator when I was 9 for like 18 hours at the hospital. So I fucking hate elevators. If I can take stairs, I'll take stairs. And then we get trapped in there. It's me, Cam, and my homie Abel who cuts my hair. And we're just like, there's like the phone button, but that don't work. It's a fucking freight elevator.
Yeah.
So we're stuck in there. And I called my mom. I'm like, "Yo, come to Austin." She lives in Houston. She wasn't going to come get us, but...
Dude, I can't imagine. Like you just said, like it does that anxiety where you're in the dread state. You're dreading what's going to happen, and then you break through, and you're like,
And you're
"I'll be-"
fine. And then you're good, but it would just come in waves, but it would never finally break through. It'd be anxiety ridden, and it would subtly kind of stop. But it wasn't like, "Oh, hey, I'm on mushrooms, I feel good." It was just the anxiety went away. And then 20 minutes later, the anxiety came back. And it was like a never-ending build to no climax. It was fucking stupid.
I've never done mushrooms. That's just how I felt for 3 years straight after a concussion.
And then I think mushrooms would probably help you.
Dude, yeah. For a major head injury,
Yeah.
that's actually what they do.
Yeah, it
Really?
knocks off the cobwebs. Yeah,
100%.
People who have PTSD and fucking shit like that, there's like psilocybin studies that it does a lot.
Yeah.
for you.
Well, that's what I was debating for my birthday. Instead of like going back to New York, I just want to get an Airbnb in like the woods for like 2 days.
That's honestly what you should do. You should
Yeah.
take a fucking hero dose, like 4 or 5 grams. You should be with someone that you trust,
Yeah.
or people that you
Seriously, what are you
trust.
doing for my birthday?
And
I feel like you would freak me out.
Well, no.
you need a trip guide for sure. Someone that's done it.
I can tell you where. I can tell you where to go. You should go to Ingram, Texas, like right there on the Guadalupe River. It's very nice, and they have like a Stonehenge, like they remade Stonehenge out there. And so you're in the middle of Texas. Just get like a river cabin, go canoeing. When it starts to hit, get back on land, go hang out at that Stonehenge. I did that one time. It was amazing.
That's great.
And you're only 2 hours out from Austin. Maybe it's like 90 minutes, 2 hours.
I
It's
don't.
great.
Yeah, I didn't know where to go. I was looking at Airbnbs in Marble Falls.
Yeah,
Marble
Falls.
Falls.
Anywhere with
Right.
fucking the woods. You want to be in the woods.
Yeah.
It's like nature, because then you can take your shoes off, put your feet on the ground, and ground you.
Yeah.
'Cause at first I was like, I want to have like a big group of people go.
No.
But then now I'm like, what?
There's probably like 3 or 4 of your best homies.
Yeah.
That's the funnest, because you start laughing. It's like great times.
As many people as you can fit in a car. That's it.
Yeah, that's
That's
probably
the
it.
perfect amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be in public till you can control it.
I like being in public. Even
Now,
if
now I don't
yeah,
mind it, because now I know
absolutely.
what's going on. But
So
in
much
the
of it.
beginning, or too much, it's hard to do in public.
Yeah.
You know, I like, even on weed, that would freak me out sometimes for a while. So that's why I haven't tried any. Like, I have people that talk about doing acid so casually, and I'm like,
Acid's a whole day. You got to plan a whole day around acid.
I'd wake up in the psych ward.
Because you wake up, because the way they drop it on the sheet, sometimes it's
You don't really know the dosage.
Never know.
It's kind of a gamble. Fun, but you got to plan. Mushrooms you could take at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's done by like 9 or 10. You can go to sleep and be cool. But acid's a day.
Dude.
Jesus Christ.
What happened, dude? Yeah.
And then this last one, I copied and pasted the same story twice, and I read the entire thing before I realized. One time, I took him on a yacht to meet my college friends, and his pickup line that actually worked to one of my friends was, "You look so much like my dead friend that was hit by a truck."
Train. Should have said train. Yeah. Yeah, Cindy. This girl. I know who you're talking about. Cindy was the girl who like lived in my mama's neighborhood, and we were like good friends. And she got hit by a train when I was like 16. And this one chick that was at this place looked like her, but like grown up. And I just told her that, and I was like, "Yo, you mind if I take a picture and send it to my mom? Be like, yo, Cindy's still here, dude. Look at Cindy." Right? I've been using that one a lot, and then I've been using this one a lot. That's like, I'll go up to an older woman, like in her 40s, who's like good looking, and I'll be like, "I'm not trying to hit on you or blow smoke up your ass, darling, but you look like my mom at 21." And then I'll just walk away. And it elicits a response, right? Because one, it's like, she's obviously in her 40s, but am I saying she looks like she's 21? Or do I want to have sex with my mom? Either way,
Sticks in the head.
either way, they gotta come. They gotta come see a man about a horse and be like, "What did you
Curious.
mean by that?" So, boom. Give me an inch, I'll take a mile.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have a go-to pickup line? How'd you get your latest girlfriend? What was your approach to that one?
Oh man. Oh well, okay. So I have a joke about like just how like the way that my friends in my life have gotten sober is like different depending on how rich their parents were. Rich
that is
friends,
good.
yeah. So my rich friends, boom, they go to like fucking Malibu and they finger paint with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. It's an experience.
Whole thing. They
Do
do
a spa. Yeah. That's nice.
Passages Malibu.
Yeah.
They set the little candle on and then they put it on a little boat.
Yes,
with their
yes.
dreams and shit. Then middle class people, they're like, all right, well, your sister got a car for graduation in high school. We have to sell that now. Like,
Yeah.
And your mom has to work at Joann Fabrics. Like, that's what middle class people do. We have to pay for rehab.
Yeah,
That the
for a halfway
insurance
house, too,
and then
yeah.
in the halfway house, and the insurance only covers a quarter of it. And then poor people, my poor friends, had to get sober in prison. They had to just go through withdrawal in prison.
God, that's probably terrible.
Yeah, pretty bad. And like the punchline of the joke is like, oh, my cousin is doing a detox, as he puts it, in San Angelo. And I said, oh my God, no meth. Your skin's gonna look amazing. And like,
Ooh, I like that.
right? I'm a glass half full kind of
I
guy.
like that.
And so this girl, my girlfriend came up to me and she was like, you my brother just got sober in prison. I'm like, crazy. So,
Cool, that's crazy.
What are you doing later?
and then I was like, do you want to grab a drink? Speaking of not getting sober, do you want a drink?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've been like kind of working with the same kind of joke premise, but like it's like people who get sober,
Yeah.
once they get sober,
Yeah.
they turn into like not the person you knew when they weren't sober. It's like having
Yeah.
a sober friend is like having that one friend in school that was homeschooled.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever go to a homeschooled person's house?
Yeah.
I live
They're
with
weird
two
as
homeschool
fuck.
kids, yeah.
When you get a sober friend, you get a new friend.
Yeah, it's a totally new guy.
Whole new person.
Totally new guy.
And like you said, they're way more cabin fevery. They're not going out.
Not going out.
So they're getting strange.
Yeah, they do. They start collecting shit,
Well, all of,
stamps and shit. Just like,
They fixate on a new thing.
yeah, they get another addiction to something. You know what I'm saying? Cool, I'm glad you're not drinking yourself to death, but quit being a fucking weirdo, dude. How about
Absolutely.
that?
Yeah.
So-
Absolutely. It's like, we're glad you're not dying, but
But you're creeping out of the chicks, dude. Please shut up. No one wants to look at your stamp collection, you fucking loser.
I mean, we're not going to say who, but some of our friends do the Dungeons and Dragons thing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Boy, they're into that, ain't they?
I hate
God
that.
just the
damn.
natural progression of like someone getting sober and they're like, now I'm a sex addict. And it's like, that's not any better.
Right.
Well-
That's
You know.
That's what would happen to you if you got sober.
Well, I'm addicted to it all, so why just be addicted to one when you could be addicted to all?
Have you ever done meth?
Oh, yeah.
Heroin?
Never heroin. I'm not a real big fan of needles. But meth, honestly, I think it's better than cocaine. If I know it's got a stigma, I know you're gonna look at me like
not
that.
at all,
but,
dude. It's twice the drug that cocaine tells itself it is.
Yeah, because you don't have to do it every 20 every minute.
Have you done meth?
You know, I've done Adderall.
Yeah. Well,
Sure.
Legal
Which-
meth, yeah.
that's not the same.
I know.
It is, but it ain't. We smoked out a light bulb on a rig, and it would keep you lit for like 16 hours, and you would be getting shit done. No, it's just like with everything. You can overdo anything. You can overdo Adderall. You
Yeah.
can overdo alcohol. Like meth, you can overdo it, and your teeth fall out, and your skin gets all bumpy.
Yeah.
But
I've
one of
smoked
the-
amphetamine
one-
salts, which is
yeah, but see, I've done that too. You don't really do anything.
no, you really do have a lot of energy, but you don't have that like I'm gonna take apart my microwave and see how it works.
Yeah,
the
so
way
you put
that
it back together. Yeah, it ain't that.
I've never done meth, but just friends who have, they have a desire to take things apart.
Yeah,
and
you want to see how it works. And then,
Absolutely.
And then if you do it for too long, you start putting fools on your window and shit, and you think people are watching you. I've seen people spin out on it. It happens.
What you want to do is just get some oil out of the ground on that rig.
Yeah, you want to smoke that, get the job done, you want to go clean your house.
You want to get time and a half.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what you really want on meth.
Yeah.
I've never done it, but you make it sound fun.
I've just worked in kitchens for so many years now.
Yeah.
And the people who come in and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna get overtime. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you had a good breakfast.
Oh yeah.
That's
I've
exactly
never
what
even
that
done
means.
Adderall.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm not a big drug doer person.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that when you first told me.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got the face.
Thanks.
I was gonna say personality, but I'm glad we.
Well, teach their own. Credit score looks like you do, man.
Sure thing.
I'm
my-
fucking the
My
eyes.
credit score looks like I should be homeless. No, my thing is just drinking too much. And that's
See, I
it.
think drinking is worse for you than all of it
I think.
because it's so accessible. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
meth, you don't really. Well, yeah, it's not. I'm not gonna glorify meth on this beautiful podcast. It's terrible for you, but
I was about to
it's got a little bit of stigma to it. All right, it's not that bad in small dosage, but
I think I heard it here. We should guys. We talked about the mushroom trip. I think you should just
blast off.
go get that river cabin and microdose meth.
Yeah, just take a little.
I can do both. I can add a day to the Airbnb.
Get
Should I do meth first, then mushrooms, or then mushrooms, then meth?
If you get too low down in the trip, just smoke meth and come back to the surface.
Yeah. Start putting some hair on your chest.
I don't know how I'm going to pitch this birthday trip anymore. Like, hey guys, do you guys want to watch me sample every drug over the course of 3 days?
Yeah, it's a flight. It's a drug flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a good reference.
It'd be mushrooms, meth. What are the other
You
top
need,
two
you need a
drugs?
downer.
You need a Klonopin.
Xanax.
Klonopin, Xanax,
Just to set the tone. That's the palate cleanser.
Like the little bit of ginger you get with sushi.
That's correct.
That's exactly it.
The meth is wasabi.
Absolutely. Yes.
Mushrooms, the avocado roll.
And then probably you'd need like a painkiller, like a Watson 750 hydrocodone.
Yeah, I mean,
Put you right to bed.
not for nothing. A hydro.
Oh yeah, there's hydrocodone. Yeah.
Just if you're tied up, a Tylenol codeine 3. You can grab a couple of
You
those.
can, but that ain't the same.
Yeah,
Them
we used-
Watson 750s are special. You get that weird itch that just feels good.
Well, that's how you know
Your
it's
dick
working.
swells up like a fucking Coke can when you have sex on it. It's crazy.
Half this table is.
Oh, I've lived. Don't know if you can tell.
No way. That's just like my birthday wish list. But everyone's like, "Oh, like what do you want for your birthday?" Like
All of it.
heroin,
Yeah.
You pull out a prescription. You're like, what do you want for your birthday? A prescription pad.
Yeah.
please. And then my last story about you is probably the best of all of them
Oh, no.
because it was the first time I met you
Oh, yeah.
when I first moved here, and Uncle Lazer saved my life.
Yeah. People think I'm a rapist, but not to me. Yeah, some fucking weirdo. There was like some fucking weirdo was getting all creepy on you, right?
Yeah.
And some shit. I was like, yo, get the fuck away. I don't even remember how it went down, but.
I think I had only lived here. It was like less than a month into living here. I went to kill Tony, met you and like a bunch of the other regulars,
Yeah.
and then everyone went to some bar after. And it was like a tiny ass bar. And
I think it was a Continental Club, if I don't recall. If I'm
Yeah,
not-
the upstairs.
Yeah, the upstairs Continental. That's a great spot.
But so my first time being there, and it's a tiny ass bar, like what is it, like the size of this room? It feels like. And
Maybe a little bit bigger, but yeah, not much. Yeah, very packed in there.
it's a fucking like Monday night, and some like I've been going out for years as a girl. I've never once felt like such a creepy energy from someone before.
Yeah.
And
I
this-
could see it from across the way, and I was like, I don't like that motherfucker. And I told you, I pulled you aside, I think, and I was like, yo, kind of stay over here by us.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, because at one point I sat down at like a chair. It was like a row of chairs. No one else was sitting there, and he sat right next to me. And I was like, "Hey, my name's Sam. How are ya?" Like just giving him an opportunity to like shoot a shot or whatever he wanted to do. And then, have you seen the movie Smile?
No.
The scary movie where
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like that was his reaction. He did not say a word. His face did not change. He just sat there like a foot away, just smiling at me. And I was like, "All right."
Shh, done.
Good-
Done.
good
Done.
talk.
I'm done.
And I was parked too far. At one point, I went downstairs and I knew no one here. So I just had to call a friend back in Buffalo. I was like, "Hey, if I go missing, this is the last place I've been."
Oh my God.
And then I went back upstairs, and Lazer and the photographer shooting the band like both picked up on it. They're like, "Do you know this guy? Like, what's?" I was like, "No, but thank you," because asked someone else at the bar that was on the show. I was like, hey, is there a creepy guy sitting behind me staring at me? He's like, oh, I think he's watching the band. I was like, no, he's not. He's watching me.
Oh,
He's
dude.
following me the fuck around. And Lazer asked if I like wanted to kick him out, but the bar was going to close soon anyway, so there was no point in doing that. So he's like, do you want to play ping pong upstairs?
Hey, he came and watched us for a minute, didn't he? Did he come upstairs while we were playing ping pong, or did
I
they-
don't remember.
I
I
don't-
was so freaked out, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just stayed with him and his friends playing ping pong while this guy was like trying to kidnap me.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't like that weird shit.
And I was like, My first night out in Austin, and a guy named Uncle Lazer is saving my life from getting fucking trafficked. Like,
Everybody needs a good uncle. Okay, I'll buy you beer. At the convenience store. Get a couple scratchers.
Fuck your mom, but I'll keep your marriage intact.
Whatever. Everybody needs a helping hand.
But all of these stories have their ups and downs, and like the good and bad parts of it. Because then I did a show a few months later with Lazer, and he had to bring me up. And it was the first show I had like a friend in the old man I was living with came to.
Oh, yeah.
And then Lazer brought me up as I saved this next comedian from getting raped.
Oh shit.
Sam Minnie.
Oh fuck. Well,
I just went up on stage and I was like, well, obviously you got to acknowledge that.
yeah, my bad.
Maybe one of the funnest intros I've ever gotten.
Trying to think of the worst intro I've got.
I had another one recently. It was a girl bringing me up on stage.
Uh-huh.
So I get that she was making a joke, but also it was too long of a silly intro where she's like, all right, your next comedian's a woman. So if you guys need to make a phone call or go get a drink or
Oh,
just
wow,
want to go
fuck
stand
her.
outside, I was like,
And she's a girl too.
What a
That was
fucking...
a
I get that she was
fucking-
trying to like, I
mean,
don't know. It was
no, that's
unnecessary.
kinda
a lot
hacky,
of
though.
women hate women.
Yeah.
Especially, there's a complex with some female comedians where they're like, I'm the only female comedian on the lineup, okay? I'm like, you ever experienced that? I've seen it happen.
Oh, yeah, I do it to everyone.
Oh, yeah. Where it's just weird. I'm like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, it was, I think she said something to me after the fact that she was just trying to make a joke. And I was like, yeah, I went on for too long, though. It felt like a
Yeah.
minute-long intro of just being like, leave the room. I'm like, everyone's having fun. Why would you bring it down?
At some point, it's not a joke.
Yeah, it was hurtful.
Fuck that girl.
But I'm going to give you your gift.
I get a gift.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Based on my
It's
research.
a Watson perk.
Perk 30.
Based on my research and everything I know and the selection I had, I got you a CD that I thought you'd like.
A CD?
Yeah. Do you have a CD player?
No.
Damn it.
Yeah. I got vinyl.
I'm waiting for the day. That's the CD.
The Beatles #1.
Yeah.
Does this have?
Do you fuck with the Beatles?
I do actually.
Yes.
I hate John Lennon, but
What did he do to you?
he's just a fucking cunt for bringing that other cunt and ruining the fucking Beatles.
Has it ever happened to you?
Yeah.
Do you have a John Lennon in your life?
I have a gentleman in my life.
John Lennon?
No, not anymore. I don't play that fuck shit. But Paul McCartney's great. Have you heard his single, his solo shit? He's great. Yeah, thank you for that. I don't think I've ever got the. If you'd have got me now, that's what I call music #1, probably a little better. But this will work. Thank you so much.
have a
And
bunch
why
of-
is there a pinball gift card in here?
I don't know.
I love this fucking place, by the way.
You can have it. I don't know what's on it.
Probably nothing, but doesn't mean just based off your credit. But I do love this. Thank you. One card to play them all. How about that? Thank you, darling.
Yeah, no problem.
Hell yeah.
One of these days, someone's going to come on with a CD player and they're just going to win all of the
I might just go
CDs.
buy a fucking Sony Walkman just so I can fucking do that. You know?
Do some math, walk around with your Walkman, listen to the Beatles.
Don't get hit by a
Stress.
bus or train.
And just don't boof.
And then don't. All right, Lazer, do you have anything you want to plug?
Just Uncle Lazer Comedy. Come see me at the shows. Got a couple shows coming up, and got a movie coming up. I'm being. I got a rape scene in it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And he wrote the part just for me. And I said, I'm gonna have to rape somebody. And he said, yeah. I said, you wrote this for me. So thank you. And so yeah, well, that would be cool.
Can't wait to see the next Tarantino movie. It's going to be so
It's gonna be
sick.
yeah.
There's even more foot stuff.
You're actually just raping him. All right, cool. Sam,
Sam Castillo Comedy.
Yep.
Come see me soon.
if you can make it out tonight, Cold Brew Comedy, 7 o'clock, East Austin.
Yeah.
Nice.
Should be fun.
Come out tonight.
Roscoe, do y'all post it right now or is this live?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's just okay.
We'll co-
I see what you're doing there.
It'll come out next week.
Yeah, hey, next week be there.
All right, thank you.